three. I have three. I have three. Cookbooks. Actually, I'm gonna cook another one. One sec. Okay. So yeah, I've got three. I have three cookbooks here. Three cookbooks. So yeah, I'm just gonna be flicking through them, doing some tracing. Maybe doing some tracing. And some tapping. And that kind of thing. Okay, so can you look down for me? Hey, can you look down for me? I'm trying to show you something. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to show you. Okay, so there are three cookbooks. So the first cookbook is this one. Big Zeus. Big Eats. Big Zeus, Big Eats. Big Zeus, Big Eats. That's cookbook number one. Cookbook number two is East Mirror Soda. East. And the final one is Ottolenghi. Flavor. Ottolenghi. Flavor. So still with me? Okay, so now you've seen them. Can you you still with me? Hey, are you still with me? Hey, can you look up? Yeah, back to me. Focus on me. Okay, thanks. So number one. Big Zeus, Big Eats. Big Zeus. I'm just almost touching Big Zeus, Big Eats. Just almost touching it. Just barely touching it, you know. Just barely touching it. So you can see it's let me just no, I'm not gonna tap there. Maybe I'll tap there. Maybe I'll tap the Z. No. Maybe I'll tap the G. Am I gonna? No, I'm gonna tap the G. Maybe I'll tap the E. No, I don't want to tap the E. What should I tap? Let's just tap. Or maybe I should tap a letter on the back. Maybe I should take a letter on the back. Maybe the 100 here. Maybe I should tap the 100 over one. No, I'm not gonna tap that. yeah, so this is a cookbook. This is a cookbook by Big Zoo. Big Zoo. Big Zoo's Big Eats, and it is it kind of it's seen on Dave, as seen on Dave, and if you don't know, Dave is a TV channel in the UK, and it's kind of known for Dave. It's spelled first. Let me tell you how it's spelled. So it's spelled D. Wait, should I tap it? Maybe I shouldn't tap it. Maybe I should just barely. Should I just barely tap Dave? Should I just barely tap Dave? Okay, I'm just gonna really just almost. Look. I'm just almost tapping it. I'm just almost barely tapping Dave. I'm just barely. Anyway, enough of that. Let me just so it's like, yeah. Anyway, so Dave is a TV channel in the UK. So they have they kind of have like kind of TV channels, TV programs. Anyway, Dave is a TV channel which I kind of like think started off doing reruns of other channels, but actually now has its own shows. Okay, this is one of them. Is with this guy called Big Zoo, who's a really good cook and is also a musician, and it's called Big Zoo Big Eats, and I think the show is called that. And yeah, he kind of gets on different people, like celebrities, comedians, actors, musicians, and he cooks for them. He cooks the kind of like the favourite meal, I think, something like that. Anyway, let's open the book. This one is a no pork carbonara. So the different sections. There is salads, sides and sauces. There are mains. There are even cocktails as well. That's what you're gonna do. But yeah, let's start with, maybe I will read. What should I read? Let me see. I actually don't eat meat. But I don't mind eating a meat one. Or maybe I should read a non-meat one. Okay, how about this one? This is simple. There's no picture. I'll show you the pictures first. Some of the pictures that are inside, and I'll come back to this one. There's fresh crepes. Honey nut Cheerio bars. Akara. African food, African donuts. We have that in Nigeria. Key lime pie pots. That's a good phrase. Key lime pie pots. Key lime pie pots. Sauce Algerienne. Sauce Algerienne sauce. Getting chippy with it. And so on. Rainbow salad. But I'm just going to read the part from this one. Bun the pizza. Oven pizza. I'm just going to read about some pizza. Because I like pizza. I was going to say who doesn't like pizza, but actually I know some people don't like pizza. But do you like pizza? What's your favourite food? Let me know. What's your favourite food? Okay. Making a pizza at home is always a long concept. And home delivery has definitely taken over. is an easy way for you to galvanize your love for pizza and experiment with toppings on a simple base that you can make at home. We all love pizza, but some people can take in the cheese, can't take in the cheese, or the gluten. So you can always remix this to make it work for you. Inclusivity always on Big Zoo's Big Eats. So, first ingredients, which are on this side. The ingredients are what you put in when you're cooking something. The ingredients are what you're going to put inside it. It's what you put inside a recipe so that you can make the thing you want to make. If you don't have ingredients, you can't make anything. That's what ingredients are. So if you want to know that's what ingredients are, there's the ingredients on here, and here, they're just on here, they're just in here. Like if you want to make ingredients, that's how you do it. So yeah, I'm just gonna read the ingredients. For the dough, 275 milliliters of warm water, 1 tablespoon extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and 7 grams sachet fast action yeast, 450 grams strong bread flour plus extra for dusting, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So that's the dough. But for the pizza sauce, you want 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 2 garlic cloves crushed, 400 grams of passata, 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of dried basil, 1 teaspoon of caster sugar, and salt and ground black pepper to taste. Okay, should I read the whole recipe? I'll read part of the recipe, I think. To make the dough, add the warm water, oil, sugar and yeast to a jug. Mix well together and set aside for 5 minutes. It should have a few bubbles and become cloudy. In a large bowl, mix the flour and salt together and make a well in the middle. Pour in the yeast mixture. Use a fork to mix the wet into the dry, and when the mixture starts pulling away from the sides, use your hands to bring it together into a dough. Transfer onto a lightly floured surface and knead for 5 minutes until smooth. Move the dough to a clean, lightly oiled bowl and cover with an oiled piece of cling film. Leave to prove in a warm place for 2 hours. Meanwhile, make the sauce by heating the oil in a saucepan over medium heat. Add the garlic and fry for 1 to 2 minutes until just going golden, before adding the passata, oregano, basil and sugar. Bring to a simmer and cook over a low heat for 25 minutes. Season and set aside. When the dough is proofed for 2 hours, preheat the oven to 245 degrees Celsius or 225 degrees with a fan or gas mark 9. Turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface and knead lightly. Roll the dough into a cylinder shape and divide this into four equal pieces. Apologies if you can hear background sound. Shape the pieces into balls and then place on an oiled baking sheet. Cover with another baking sheet and leave to prove for 20 minutes while you prep your pizza toppings and the oven gets hot. Okay, so that was Big Sue's Big Eats. I'm just going to stretch my leg. I'm kind of sitting cross-legged, and So my legs were going to stop working for a second. Okay, next one is east. East. But I can just see that my storage is running out, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so we're looking through east. East. E-A-S-T. East. This one's got a really nice cover, I think. And this is 120 vegan and vegetarian recipes from Bangalore to Beijing. So vegan, vegetarian. So if you're vegan, then you're vegan. If you don't know the difference. You don't know the difference between vegan and vegetarian. It is that vegetarian. If you're vegetarian, you don't tend to eat meat, and usually, often that would include fish as well. So you don't eat the body of the animal, the flesh of the animal. You don't eat the flesh of the animal. You don't eat the meat. You don't eat the meat. Whereas if you're vegan, it's similar in that you also don't eat the meat, but you also don't eat products that are from the animal but aren't the actual flesh of the animal. So, for instance, you wouldn't eat usually eggs, and you wouldn't eat milk because those are produced from chickens and cows, even though they're not the body of the animal. And yeah, that's the main difference. Those people might define their own versions of it differently because everyone's different. But yeah, that's the rough difference. So there are loads of really nice pictures in here. Oh, look, really tasty, in my opinion. Oh. A cake, really nice looking cake. Got a plum cake. I don't think I've actually cooked anything from this recipe, from this cookbook, as far as I can remember at least. But maybe I should remedy that pretty soon. Banana tarts. I actually bought bananas yesterday, so maybe I should try and make them. But I'm actually very overdue a grocery shop. There's nothing here at the moment. My fridge is empty. Look at these aubergines. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to read part of a recipe now. I think I will read a recipe for carrot achar. This is carrot achar. Achar. An all-carrot version of this is good for some colour blocking on the table, but it also works with green beans, turnip, kohlrabi, and I dare say other vegetables too. Makes a large jar, around 450 grams. The ingredients are 1 teaspoon coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon black mustard seeds, 2.5 centimeters of ginger, 4 cloves of garlic, 2 green finger chilies, 8 milliliters of rapeseed oil, 10 fresh curry leaves, a pinch of fenugreek seeds, 500 grams of carrots, 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of caster sugar, and 4 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. So it's a pickled carrot dish. I think pickling is quite fun. I haven't done loads of it, but I did make some kimchi. That was really, really tasty. Quite satisfying. Because you make it and then you leave it to pickle, and then you just have it in your fridge. You can just eat it whenever you want. So finally, as you can see, I'm trying. Someone requested the almost touching trigger, but I haven't. I don't know it that well, so I'm just trying it out. So let me know if I'm doing it right. Maybe I can try and do a video that's more focused on it. But I'm just trying to almost touch it. Almost touch it. And also where I can slightly over-explain, if that wasn't obvious. Kind of a mixture of triggers while trying to do this. Book reading. Yeah, Ottolenghi. Which is a great word. Ottolenghi. Great name. Brand new. So I'm just going to read the back. Where there's blurb. And a blurb. The blurb usually the purpose of a blurb. Usually the purpose of a blurb is not to have a chili on it. Usually blurbs don't have chilies on them. They don't usually have chilies like that. Kind of heat map of a chili. Not usually what you'd find in a blurb. Usually the blurb is just words. It's usually, I don't know if you've seen books before, but usually it's just like this. You see, like in the red with the lines, it's just like words like that. It's just like that, and it will explain, or will give a kind of like a preview before you open the book of what you can expect. So this one says brand new brilliance from your temple Ottolenghi and Easterbelfrage. Forwarding recipes for weeknights. Low effort, high impact. Dishes that pack a punch and stand up meals for the relaxed cook. Flavour is a revolutionary approach to flavour-focused vegetable cooking. So Ottolenghi, I think is kind of known as recipes, or their recipes for the two authors. But yeah, it's known for being quite involved. So there's a lot of steps, because they kind of really encourage you to make a lot of things from scratch that you might otherwise buy. Like I say, spice, when you do spices and stuff, and a lot of it is kind of, at least a lot of the recipes I've tried, it's more like slow cooking, so maybe a lower heat but for longer. But I do think it is true that although it is it's definitely involved and it does take time, you don't have to be some crazy, like I'm not an amazing cook, but when I give it the time, it turns out it's really good. So I don't have low effort, like they said, it's quite right, because it does take some effort, like there's a lot of ingredients and you have to put aside some time, but it's definitely not like the ones that I've done at least aren't super intense. I just want to check that my mic is still recording. Yes, it is. Okay. But yeah, it's not super like complex or like skill heavy. Like it's not. I like suck at chopping. For instance, I suck at chopping. I was said I shuck at sopping. I suck at chopping. But it's not like you have to do anything crazy. Like chop this way, and then chop it that way. You know, you don't have to go like chop it this way, then chop it this way, then chop it this way, and then chop it this way, then chop it this way, and then julienne, which maybe you do, but I don't, because I don't know how to do it. So, but the meal still turn out fine, even if I don't chop it this way. Chop it this way. Even if I don't chop it this way, and then chop it that way, and then slice it, and then cut it up, and that kind of thing. It still turns out fine. Okay, so probably gonna end on this. Let's try some nice pictures. This looks like some kind of noodle or spaghetti dish. I think there's a dog outside. Okay. I think there might be multiple dogs outside. I wanted to cover up the sound of the book seal without damaging the book. But yeah, the sound of... Yeah, that sound. Yeah. It's just like being a chiropractor for books because I'm cracking the spine. I actually get really stressed out by chiropractor videos, to be fair. But this is a bit more relaxing. Okay, I'm gonna read my final recipe. Which maybe I'll read something. If I can find it, I can try and read something I actually made. I'm not actually sure how to find it. Let me go to the index. Oh yeah, congee. It's a really good recipe for congee in here. And like, it makes you enough congee to last for ages, like to have breakfast for ages. Congee is like a kind of rice porridge, Asian rice porridge, East Asian rice porridge that they, I don't know where it originated from, maybe China. I think they have in Japan as well, different parts. So I'm just going to read the, I will just read part of this. Okay. Ryu is a Japanese chili oil, often enjoyed with rice, ramen or gyoza. Our variation info includes tangerine zest. You can use orange instead. So Ryu is like the kind of spice mix that you have to spice up your congee. So yeah, I'm just going to read the first 3 steps. Put the oil, chopped spring onions, ginger, garlic, and quarter teaspoon of salt into a large high-sided saute pan on a medium heat. Fry for about 12 minutes, stirring often until soft and very aromatic. Turn the heat down if the spring onion mixture begins to colour or sizzle too much. Remove from the heat and strain through a sieve, reserving the oil. Return half the spring onion mixture to the pan. Put the oil and the remaining spring onion mixture into a small bowl and set aside. 2. In 2 batches, blitz the brown rice in a small bowl of a food processor, pulsing until the grains become roughly broken but not powdery. Set aside. 3. Add the shiitake mushrooms to a spice grinder or food processor in 2 or 3 batches and pulse until chopped into roughly 1 centimeter pieces. Add the rice and shiitake to the pan of spring onion mixture and return it to a medium-high heat. Add 1.5 litres of water and 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt. Bring to a simmer, then lower the heat to medium. Cook the rice for 30 minutes, stirring often until the rice is soft and the consistency of a wet porridge. think this is